Good morning, Pontiac Parrots. Happy Wednesday. It's a wondering Wednesday. It was a thinking Thursday, but today's Wednesday, and tomorrow you guys need to take your climate survey if you have not. Happy reminder if you have not. But let's go ahead and hop into this math. Now, if you don't know who I am, it's your favorite technology and learning coach, TLC, Mr. Lewis, and I'm here to give you your Wondering Wednesday problem of the week. So let's talk about these expectations first. It's important to fill out the form completely. Make sure you're solving your problems on either a blank paper or if you have your math notebook, go ahead and work them out that way. Explain using models, words, or pictures on how you're thinking about the problem. And then remember that your Wondering Wednesday problem is still due by this Friday. Actually, have a little bit of extra time to solve these calculations out. So let's look at the data from last Thursday. Good news is the participation has increased a lot. So we have 75% of the third graders in school have taken our Thinking Thursday last week. 71% of our fourth graders were participating in last week's Thinking Thursday, and 85% of the fifth graders participated in last week's Thinking Thursday. So much better. But we have about 36% out of that 75% got the correct responses right in third grade. In fourth grade, 31% out of that 71% got correct answers. And then in fifth grade, 33% out of that 85% got correct answers. So I bet you're wondering what are the answers? Well, let's take a look at them. So from third grade last week, you were to study the number line and study it very good, and you had to talk about which fraction does the point represent. Now, between the whole numbers, like between 0 and 1, we see that it's broken up into thirds. The spaces indicate that. So I know each niche or notch inside of the number line is equal to one third. So therefore, if I'm looking at 2 as my whole number, my point goes past the whole number 2, therefore it's going to be 2, and the point lands on the one third in the number line. So if you had 2 and one third, you were correct. And 66% of third grade got that question correct. Good job to that 66%. And fourth grade, which other expression can be represented using the same model? Now, remember, when we're looking at fractional models and we're definitely looking at the parts that are shaded, remember, the parts are part of the same whole. So if I'm looking at this whole in particular, they're broken up into 6 parts. So I'm looking at how this is separated. Now, this would actually rule out the other three answers in the problem because I know it's broken up into 6. And if I see that about one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, 8 parts are shaded, I'm looking for the answer where the sum of the numerators can give me 8. So if I add 2, 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 6 plus 2, 6, 2 plus 2 plus 2 plus 2, when I add the numerators, is 8. Therefore, 8, 6 should be my answer. And if you couldn't get it from there, multiplying 2 times the 4 in my numerator would also give me 8 cents if you couldn't get it from the model. But the model is what you need to use to help represent that answer. And finally, in fourth grade, 70%, or actually, if I round it, I can round it to 71% of students got that question correct. So good job to that 71%. Now in fifth grade, which equation does the model represent? This is a model with subtraction, if you can tell by the answer choices. Now, all of the answer choices have the same expression, but what they equal is different. Your answer choices are either 8/12, 5/12, 4/12, or 3/12. So if I'm looking at this, I want to make sure that I'm accounting for the shaded areas that are not crossed out. I see that there are 5 of them. So therefore, 9/12 minus one third equals 5/12. Let's look at I'm sorry, last Thursday's data. I'm jumping ahead of myself a lot here. 66% of our fifth grade students got that problem correct. Now, let's look at our problem for the week today. A golf team for third grade starts practice at 3:05 p.m. The team members spend 40 minutes practicing their swings and 10 minutes practicing putting. At what time does the golf team finish practice? 3:45 p.m., 3:50 p.m., 3:55 p.m., or 4 o'clock p.m. Remember that number line of time is there to guide you, third grade. For fourth grade, your problem is a family arrives at an arcade at 4:45 p.m. The family leaves the arcade at 6:10 p.m. How long does the family stay at the arcade? Is it 1 hour and 15 minutes, 1 hour and 25 minutes, 1 hour and 35 minutes, or 1 hour and 45 minutes? Fifth grade, your problem for today. A class takes 2 hours to complete an art project. How many seconds does it take the class to complete the project? 120 seconds, 240 seconds, 3,600 seconds, or 7,200 seconds. Please make sure that you are paying attention to the units of time here. That has been your wonderful Wednesday problem of the week. Go ahead and take that form, submit it. It's due by this Friday. Good luck, parents.